Hello there, my name is Thomas O'Regan. I'm a professional property investor here in Australia. Over the last 4 years, me and my wife have 20x'd our equity position in our property portfolio. Now, today I just wanted to speak to you guys about mindsets you should have and frameworks you should think through when you're investing in property. Now, a lot of people that are novice property investors use their emotional mind or their their subjective mind to make investment decisions. And what I'm encouraging you and what I do, how I think through most investments decisions is objectively. I've wrote a few notes on my phone here. I'm just going to use to do this video. But yeah, basically just to outline it, a subjective investment view is someone that is making decisions emotionally, like they're looking at a property and they have a feeling that it's not a good investment, and they're not listening or understanding the data, and they're not considering the data. They're just saying, I feel like this isn't a good investment because I don't like the area or I don't like the way the property looks, when the reality is those things that they're subjectively perceiving have no bearing on whether it's a good investment or not, but their emotions are just taking over. So that's that. But as I said, the objective viewpoint would be, what is the data saying? What is the history of properties growth in Australia? How much has the property prices in this area gone up over the last 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years? Is it likely that this, if the property has doubled in the last 10 years, will it double again? Well, has it doubled over the last 20 years? Let's look at the fundamentals that some of the fundamentals that make properties grow. Are those fundamentals present here in this area? That's an objective way of looking at a property investing. So I always use an objective view when it comes to property investment decisions. It requires obviously a higher emotional intelligence. It requires it requires obviously you to put your emotions aside and just look at things for what the facts are saying they are, not how you feel, and depict the situation. Now, tidying. Okay, so here's another thing that I see a lot of people trip up on when it comes to property investing, when it comes to viewing things subjectively opposed to objectively. So for me, the reason I invest in property is to grow wealthy. Okay, the reason I invest in property is to make money. Okay, so I don't invest in property as a status symbol. It's not a status thing for me. I'm not investing in property so I can go and tell everyone that I'm so cool, I invest in property. I simply invest in property because I found when I started investing in property, I started to make more money, or I made more money in a very short space of time than I did in my entire career. So it doesn't matter to me what type of properties I invest in. The reason I'm doing it is to make money, to make wealth, to build wealth. Okay, so that's it. So when I look at a property, I don't think, would I live in this property? I don't think that at all. I never think that. All I think is this property going to grow? How much is it going to cost me? Is it going to cash flow? Because that's all that matters to achieve my objectives. I wouldn't suggest in investing in property unless you have a lot of disposable income. If you want to invest in property for the purposes of subjectively, improving your perceived status. Now, someone that would want to invest in properties that increase their status, they want to invest in fancy luxury properties. And the reality is, when you compare a wealth play versus whatever, a status play, ultimately the wealth play is going to make more money. That's how you objectively look at growing income through investing in properties. See you guys, bye.